Hello, I'm Steph Campos with Latinas Create. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hi.
How are we all doing today?
Pretty good. Very good.
I'm sure they're keeping y'all busy, rapid fire.
Yeah.
Well, first, I want to just jump into it and say congrats to Stephanie. The recent news, that's so exciting. Baby on board.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was like, we can't just get into this conversation with the ladies without talking about something so exciting.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's weird, but it's cool. I'm like kind of rubbing it right now because I have maybe that's indigestion, but maybe it's an ankle. I don't know.
It's exciting to be here. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I wanted to just jump right in, and maybe Steph, you can start with our first question. But for all of you, this is such an exciting movie, such an exciting script, I'm sure. But when did you first learn that you could and would be a part of this film?
Oh, that's interesting. I haven't had anybody ask that specific question yet. I was at work. I was shooting Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and my agents called me and left a message and said, "Hey, call us back. We have some news." And usually, if they call, is good news. You know what I mean? Like, because they don't want to be on the phone with you when they give you bad news. They don't want to be like, "You didn't get it." They'll like send you a text or an email or something. Um, they were like, "Can you call us back on your lunch break?" So I did, and they were like, "So listen." And I think it was the casting of all three of us they told me about, because I think they were trying, and I could be wrong about this, but I think they were trying to like figure out how it all fit. And so they told me that I had gotten Carla, and then they told me that these two women had gotten their roles, and I was like, I was so excited. I just remember being really pumped that day at work. For the rest of the day, I felt like I was on cloud nine.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
And Daphne, how was your experience?
It was February. I believe it was February 11th. I mean, I think I remember what day it was, because we had auditioned. The callback was in December, and then before that, it was like weeks prior. So like, just do the math. Like it's a process that lasted a few months. So February, I was at Cipriani downtown at a benefit in a dressing room, and the phone rang, and it was my manager, who, there's a tone in their voice when you get a job, and it was like, "Oh, I've got so and so on the line for you." It's one of those, hold for so and so, and like hold for like the triumvirate. So that's how it was. And I think that I practically like found a place to just get like squat and like hit my knees and just be like, "Thank you." Like,
Yeah.
And
Dascha?
Well, at that time I was, it was the last year of Orange. So it was a very important moment for me in my career, because you just don't know. And I didn't have anything lined up. I was pretty much auditioning for everything. It was pilot season. And I get the news of that, something that was first of everything for me. And it was just like, of course I cry every time I listen. I may be tough, but every time I get the news, especially with what I love to do, I get the same thing that Stephanie. Like when my manager and my agent are like, we got to jump on a call. I'm like, this means something happened. And I remember that when they got on the phone, I was like, okay, all right, guys, I gotta go. Because once I got off the phone, obviously it was like, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. Oh my God. Like it's a new role. And it was all that. And so it was very important and validating to finish a series, to be blessed with finishing a series is the last thing. And then you're entering this, it's like, wow. Yeah, it was very unforgettable.
Yeah, I bet. And speaking of those unforgettable moments, can you tell me, when was a moment on set, the first moment that it hit you? Like, we're here, this is historic and incredible.
For me, it was really every day, and it wasn't just like getting on the set. It was like how I also experienced the film, which is like it takes you on the ride, and when you think it's going to just like slow down, it only slows down to like amp up again and take you around another corner. You thought like maybe like now it's going to end, but then it gets even more amplified. That was the experience. It's still a whirlwind. It continues to continue to be exciting. I mean, we have relationships with each other. Like we're bonded. We're bonded by something that's like so much bigger than us. So yeah, from the first day of rehearsal to today.
It's still going, right? It has been a long time, I bet. Did anyone else have a moment that you took in? Oh, go ahead.
I think my first moment was with Stephanie when we were at vocal camp. And we were starting to practice the songs. And I just remember her highlighting, every single thing. And I was like, oh, I was just doing everything that Stephanie was.
Follow the leader.
I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just
Meanwhile, what Dascha didn't know at the time is that I can't read music. So I was just like, I guess this is what I'm supposed to be, give myself a note here and try to figure out like.
Right. And then I sang like in church. So like me doing that was like, oh yeah, you're supposed to do this. But being that it's in a film, I don't know. I felt like she was my guidance. And then when I got to be in the room where we were all three dancing, then I knew that shit was getting serious. Then I knew it was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, this is another process. Like,
yeah,
we're about to take this to the next level.
It was incredible. The dancing, the singing from all three of you, the acting, triple threats. It's an honor to be in front of you. But I do want to talk about the dancing. And I want to ask you, Daphne, there's a fun still where you're leaning back, your leg is up. Did you trust Stephanie to catch you? I know she's sitting, but.
Yes, I think that I had to. Yes. I implicitly trusted Stephanie to catch me.
I mean, imagine if I dropped living Daphne Rubin-Vega. What an asshole I would be. Oh, God.
Yes, and I would be broken.
No, I think there was only one time in rehearsal where it was like, ugh, she's gonna get away from me. That was it. Every time was fine.
What was magical though that I got to witness was what the time the moment where Abuela Claudia passes away and everybody's walking on the street. Yes. I remember that we had candles that night, and Stephanie, and I'm sorry, but for me, it was like to witness that when Stephanie told Daphne, like, I've followed you, like I've had you, like you were in my bedroom wall, like that. I was like, this means something.
Yeah. I mean, Daphne really is the reason that I thought, I'm not gonna cry. Daphne is the reason that I thought, oh, this is something that I can do. I could do this. It was the first time I'd seen anybody that even remotely looked like me, sounded like me, was the lead of something. And not only just something, a cultural phenomenon, a world-changing moment in theater, in musical theater, worldwide. It was a seminal moment in my life to watch that performance, to listen to that soundtrack. And then it was like, oh, it was on from then on. It was like, oh no, I'm a theater kid. This is for me. I get to do this. I want to do this. How can I do this? What else can I be in? Where can I go? Can I go to school for this? Should I move to New York? Should I move to LA? Like it all happened because I saw somebody that looked like me do it first, It's like, yeah.
And that's so incredible. And I'm so sorry. Our time is up. I mean, I hate to end with that beautiful emotional answer. The movie made me emotional. I know audiences will be too. I have to say goodbye. No more time for stories.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Such an inspiration. Have a great rest of the day.
Love you.
We're all like, touch up.
Best interview ever.
Thank you.
Babies.